An argument that anti-destiel people love to make is that our interpretation should be dismissed easily because destiel is supposedly a small and therefore insignificant part of the fandom. This is wrong on at least two levels. Firstly, the notion that just because an idea is popular means that it is right is illogical. For example, for the first 90 plus years of the United States history, the practice of slavery was not considered to be an abhorrent, horrible thing. Many considered it to be entirely morally correct. Today, we consider slavery to be universally evil because we have expanded our definition of who has personhood to all humans. Want another example of a popular idea not being the right one? Consider for how thousands of years the Western world believed the sun revolved around the earth and not the other way around. So clearly, just because an idea is popular doesn't mean that it's right. So, destiel shippers might very well have the right interpretation of the show, if you even want to use such absolutist terms as right and wrong to apply to the experience of consuming fiction, even if we were in the minority. However, we might not even be in the minority, which leads me to my second point. Let me preface this next part by saying, before I give any evidence, it's impossible to take an individual fandom's temperature on any issue. If I or anyone else wanted to get hard, solid numbers on the people who support destiel, that means I would have to poll all the millions of people around the world who watch Supernatural, and such a task would be largely impossible. But there is data available that can be measured. For example, there was a TV Guide article that listed 20 potential couples, and the website asked their viewing audience to cast a vote on whether or not each couple should become canon. Out of the 35,380 people who have cast a vote for Dean and Cass as of March 16th of this year, 90% of the people said yes, they should become a couple. This poll only allowed 4 people to vote once, so repeat voting is not possible. But wait, you might say, all of the destiel shippers must have posted this on their Tumblr and Twitter and got all of their fellow shippers to go and vote in on this poll, so this poll is really biased. And I say that's a fair criticism. However, nothing was standing in the way of the people who opposed their relationship to rally like the shippers did. But is that really good enough for you? It's not for me, since the people who don't like the idea of destiel may simply be ignorant of this poll. But I do have more evidence, and it can be found using Word Tracker. What's that? It's a search term analytics site that marketers use so they can know what words to use on their websites in order to draw attention and therefore make them more profitable. One types in a word and the website tells the viewer how many hits certain words get on search engines. The Tumblr user Exercising Emily did this 4 months ago by using the word SPN as a baseline, since the word supernatural may refer to mythic traditions as well as the TV show. She also used the terms Supernatural Season 9, Supernatural Season 8, and Supernatural Season to try and get an idea of some of the numbers to compare the numbers she would get for destiel and Wincest. Wincest is shipping Dean and Sam. One might have reason to believe that in terms of supernatural fandom, Wincest is the shipping juggernaut because it's been around longer, the show itself has made references to it, and it is supposedly the most popular. But when comparing the numbers between the two, destiel is shown to have the higher volume numbers, meaning it is actually the more popular ship. I have another chart. This one comes from Google Trends and was also created by Exercising Emily. This chart also demonstrates that destiel is likely the most popular supernatural ship, at least in terms of web traffic. In fact, destiel is so popular, there have been at least 3 separate occasions where it has been consistently Googled more than Sam Winchester. Also, I believe I'd be remiss not to mention that hashtag #ProFoundBond trended on Twitter in both the United States and worldwide 3 times for Heaven Can't Wait, Holy Terror, and Road Trip. Obviously, Destiel shippers take up more than a minuscule portion of the fan base.